beautiful downtown Daytona Beach, Florida. It's time for Southwestern Athletic Conference Volleyball on SWAC TV and the CatEye Network. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Turillo. Happy to have your company. Happy to have the company of Cheryl Carlson here with me at the broadcast desk. Cheryl, it's the old classic, Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and Florida A&M Rattlers in a rivalry that has really been a rivalry in name only. Florida A&M owns this all-time series 65-5, including undefeated 10-0 since the two teams moved to the SWAC in 2021. But if there's ever a time for the Wildcats to get one over on their rivals from Tallahassee, it would be tonight.
I agree 100% with you. It would be tonight. Watching both teams warm up and you look at the stats, this is a good chance for them to win this match tonight.
The Wildcats come in 5-11, 2-2 in conference play after splitting on the road in Alabama last week. Florida A&M 3-12, 1-3 in the SWAC after dropping both in Alabama last week, including getting swept by an Alabama State team that the Wildcats ran through 3-1 on Sunday. The Wildcats will once again be without Mecca Freeman, but conversely, Florida A&M will be without their starting libero, Roxandra Flueras, but it's going to be a star-studded matchup on both sides. If you had one person you're looking at for the Wildcats today to step up, who would it be?
I'm not going to pick one. I'm going to pick serve-receive. I'm going to pick their serve-receive. If they can serve-receive well, they have a great chance of winning this match.
That's been Amaya Jennings so far this year. Let's go down to the floor for the national anthem and the starting lineups. We'll join you for the start of the match after this.
For this evening, Southwestern Athletic Conference Volleyball contest between the Florida A&M Rattlers and your Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. At this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Veterans, you may cover. As we honor America with a play of our national anthem.
starters on the court, and we are ready to go for Florida A&M. It's been Gisu, Kazazler, Ladonna Trantham, Victoria Santana playing in place of Roxana Flores at libero. Sydney Whitfield, Iani Sanford, Tamia Coleman, and Farah Farouk, the SWAC leader in hitting percentage and also the team leader in blocks. And for the Wildcats, it's the SWAC leader in blocks, Kaylee Williams, the setter Melissa Gonzalez, outside hitters Amaya Jennings and AJ Simmons, Sierra Herndon and Tiana Preston in the middle, and Stephanie Carvalho at libero. This one should be a good one. These are two really good defensive teams, Cheryl. The Wildcats first in the SWAC in digs per set, while Florida A&M is tops in blocks.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch which team can take advantage of their strengths.
The Wildcats in the pink with maroon shorts, maroon numbers, and gold trim. The Rattlers in the green tops, black bottoms, orange numbers with a white trim. Both liberos in white this evening. The only SWAC volleyball contest going on Wednesday night fits the two rivals from the Sunshine State, Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M. Tomorrow night we'll have Prairie View A&M and Texas Southern out in Houston, and then our weekend slate gets underway on Friday. So 4 straight days of SWAC volleyball action gets you started right here on the CatEye Network and SWAC TV. It'll be the top server for the Wildcats, Melissa Gonzalez, to get us started, and we are underway. Kazazler to the far side. First contact by Jennings. And then
smart play.
Jennings finishes it off down the line. So usually it's been Jennings on the back row on serve receive. It wasn't that time. It was Preston back there.
It was.
1-0 Wildcats. They'll go middle attack over the hands. Dug out
Good defense
by Preston. It goes to Jennings again. Kaboom! Amaya Jennings, the reigning Wildcat out of the week, had 30 kills over the weekend in Alabama.
Yeah, great hot start for her.
2-0 Wildcats. Bit of confusion on the back row. Tip to the middle, Carvalho takes it. It's a back set for AJ Simmons. Got it off the block. 3-0 Cats.
Great shot down the line. Deep corner.
All 3 shots for the Wildcats have been down those lines, really attacking those back line. Going away from the libero, though. The serving run continues again, and it's an ace. The 23rd on the season for Melissa Gonzalez, and it's 4-zip timeout Rattlers.
Great start.
You talk about serve and serve receive, and I've watched Victoria Santana, who's not the starting libero, who's coming in for the injured Roxana Flores, get caught with LaDonna Trantham. They've collided on the last 3 serve receives and made it very awkward, and that time they couldn't come up with it at all.
Absolutely. It makes a difference when you lose your starting libero, for sure.
Coach Gokhan Yilmaz, now in his 8th season at Florida A&M, calls the timeout. 3 of the last 4 years, the Rattlers have been SWAC champions under Yilmaz's tutelage, but he lost big pieces on his coaching staff over the offseason. The only staff member remaining from those championship teams is Steve Canfield, as both Caitlin Scroggins and Dominique Washington are now gone. Scroggins now the head coach at Virginia State, so left for a head coaching job of her own. And it was only a matter of time after being an assistant for all those championships.
Absolutely.
4-0 start for Bethune-Cookman off the service of Melissa Gonzalez, the freshman from Miami. It goes straight to Trantham. It's going to be a libero set and a free ball. And in fact, it won't be a ball at all with the double contact.
You can do that. if it's the first or second contact. You can't do that on the third contact.
Can't go across the net.
Across the net.
Yeah.
Yep.
5-0 Cats. And another ace.
What a great serve.
2 aces for Gonzalez in this 6-0 serving run.
Yeah, you can see this serve receive is really struggling without their starting libero.
Another good one. Overpass. Dominated by Simmons at the net. 7-0.
Those are hitters' favorites.
Another timeout. Gokhan has used both of his timeouts in the first 7 points.
I think he has to.
The Rattlers can't get out of first gear right now.
No, they can't.
I mean, they don't have an attack.
No, they don't. I mean, there's a reason they have a low hitting percentage, and we haven't even really gotten to see them have that many hits or attacks because the serve receive has been so poor.
On the season, the Wildcat hitting percentage is 168, the Rattlers 151. But if you look at your defensive play, right? The Rattlers 7th in the SWAC in digs per set at just 12.4 to the Wildcats 15.6, which leads the conference.
Bethune-Cookman can play some defense.
We also have a matchup today of two-time newcomers of the week. Of course, Stephanie Carvalho, the libero for the Wildcats. And LaDonna Trantham, the freshman from Homewood, Illinois, has also been named two-time SWAC newcomer of the week for the Rattlers. 7-0 Bethune-Cookman, this time in system. The swing, the block! Kaylee Williams there again, joined by Jennings.
It was a better pass, but you got to, as a setter, you really need to set that ball away from the middle. You got to see those 2 blockers there.
Another great serve. Far side, off hands, Carvalho taps it up. Jennings, big swing, finds the court. The BCU bench is losing their minds right now. 9-0. Gonzalez still serves. Carvalho, what a dig. It's going to be a free ball, though. We're finally going to get to see the Rattlers in system. Off high hands. Oh, and kept alive by Gonzalez. 2 great digs in the rally by the Wildcats, and they're going to get a chance to close it out. Carvalho to Jennings. Got it.
They're just hitting on all cylinders.
Here come the subs for Florida A&M. Farah Farouk is going to come in. Sydney Humes is going to replace Santana in the back row.
Yeah, you got to do something to settle that back row down, that serve receive down.
And they target the newcomer, Humes, and it forces a free ball. But the Wildcats can't do much with it. Jennings has to play it over calmly. In system, the block is there again. It's Simmons and Williams.
That was a great block. Simmons did a nice job of coming in because the ball wasn't all the way out at the antenna, so she set that good block, and the middle did a great job getting there.
And you talk all the time, Cher, about pressing your hands over the net to direct that ball down into the court.
Those hands were across the net for sure.
Fastball serve, and it's blocked again. Iani Stanford tried to swing at it this time, and there's just no getting through the brick wall that is Kaylee Williams right now.
That was another great block.
12-0. And finally, the Rattlers side out on a bad serve by Melissa Gonzalez, but I think the Wildcats will take a 12-1 start. And they'll bring Santana back into serve, where she has 6 aces and 7 errors on the year. Santana from Windermere, Florida, started at Charlotte and was second on the 49ers in digs a season ago in her freshman year. That's tight to the net, pushed across, big swing, tapped over, and it's good. That's a great bit of improvisation from Jennings right there. Just to know that that's a legal play you can make to hit that again off the block is really smart. So the Rattlers side out last just 1 point. Kazazlar. That time it's squeezed through the block by Whitfield. They moved Whitfield to the right side. They started her on the left. She got blocked twice.
Yeah.
And now they moved her over. And now she's going to come out in favor of the freshman Brandy Boston from California. Coach Yilmaz and company trying anything to break the Wildcat momentum. Mackenzie Taylor going to serve now, the junior. Carvalho overpasses it.
Yeah. Got to serve receive that ball.
And Coach Williams talking to her libero now because she jumped in front of Jennings to serve receive that. They go to Jennings now. That's a great pass. Pushed down the line perfectly by A.J. Simmons.
That was such a smart play by A.J.
And Amaya Jennings came in last year as a freshman, highly touted as an attacker. But the way they have transitioned her to the back line on serve receive, and she has thrived in that role this season.
Yes, she has.
That one's too long. So really, half of the Rattlers' points right now, the Wildcats have given them with service errors. The Wildcats hitting 727 in this first set. Something tells me that's not going to continue.
You never know.
Yanni Sanford's going to serve for the Rattlers. Jennings can't get it.
Yeah.
And she taps her chest and says, my bad.
Can't kind of take a, can't kind of, you know, oh yeah, we got a big lead. We got to serve receive the ball.
And the Wildcats have unfortunately made a habit this year of getting up in sets and then failing to convert late. Free ball. A little bit of chaos on the Rattlers side. The Wildcats keep it alive, but it's going to be a Rattlers point because the Wildcats are in the net.
They're giving some of that momentum back to FAMU.
14-6. It was 13-1. That time a better pass from Jennings. They go to Simmons. Did that hit a hand? Doesn't matter because it was in anyway.
Nice turn.
Yanni Sanford, who was on serve, had to go to the other side of the court to try and receive that. Just couldn't get there. And now Nola Hemphill, who's an excellent server herself, remember had that 11-0 service run against Mississippi Valley last weekend.
Yes. Good serve.
Almost gets an ace. Off high hands, a diving dig. And that one's out of court. Welcome to the match, Tiana Preston. She gets her first kill. And Victoria Santana looks a little lost out there.
Yeah.
Cats restore the 10-point lead here in set number 1.
Good serve.
They are targeting Santana. And that time did a lot better. And eventually, Mackenzie Taylor got the kill.
Yeah. Bethune's block didn't quite, those hands were not across the net. That's what happens when they're not across the net. You can get tooled like that.
Defensive specialist Sydney Humes comes in to serve, the junior from Homewood, Alabama. In transition, squeezed through the block by Preston.
Nice job finding that hole in the block.
When Tiana Preston is allowed a 5-meter running start to contact that ball and it's perfectly placed on her palm, there's not much any defense in the country can do against that.
Good deep serve.
The block is there to deny the push shot from Coleman.
Yeah, that. When you have a broken play like that and you're the person taking the second contact, you need to keep that ball off the net. You can't put it right on the net like that. It's just going to get blocked.
The Wildcats have 4 blocks in this first set. They're averaging just over 2% on the season. Great little touch shot. That was LaDonna Trantham, the team leader in kills for Florida A&M, the freshman from Homewood, Illinois. She was her Conference Player of the Year and second-team All-State as a senior at Flossmoor High School, hit over 300 on her high school senior year and led her team to a regional championship. And she has come in and not lost a step at Florida A&M. All the way across, it's Jennings again.
That was a great set. It was a good pass. The middle had to stay with Bethune's middle, and she just pushed that out right near the antenna. Nice place, good set.
Carvalho teardrops that across the net. This is going to have to be,
the block was a little bit early that time for Bethune.
I think if the block lets that go, Carvalho covers that and they get a chance to attack it, but sometimes the timing just isn't there for you. It's still 19-9, Bethune-Cookman in this first set. They started both 10-0 and 13-2 in this first set. Hemphill sets it up. Morgan Wingo somehow got it through.
It got through. Again, the blockers for FAMU, their hands aren't across the net. They're straight up. And that's what's going to happen when you don't get your hands across the net. Morgan
Wingo, the sophomore out of Marietta, Georgia, playing in place of the injured Mecca Freeman. That's big shoes to step in for.
It is.
Your senior. I mean, last week it was Sierra Herndon who stepped in, and now it's going to be Morgan Wingo. That's a better pass off serve receive. A little bit behind the head, but a great improvisation in the middle by Sanford. So the Rattlers' last couple points have come on broken plays that the Wildcats just haven't been ready for. Here's Santana. That one's really tight to the net. Hemphill does great with it, though.
What a great set.
And allows the middle attack to be true.
Nice job.
They'll bring Preston back in as Jennings serves. Maya Jennings from Edina, Minnesota. 7 service aces to 8 errors on the season. Middle attack, great cover. Preston got it. All she did was push it against Whitfield's arm, and it went out of play.
Yeah, the block was already on their way down, so that was a really smart play. They just took the ball down with them.
Not a lot has gone wrong for Bethune-Cookman in this first set, 22-10. Carvalho to set up the push shot. Rattlers go back the other way. Overpass! Punished by AJ. She's gobbled up a couple of those in this first set.
She's been getting that ball a lot. That's good to see her get such a hot start, too.
Simmons averaging 2 kills per set on the season. And that just kind of sums up this first set for Florida A&M as Farah Farouk has that ball go off her elbow and into the net.
Yeah, it was a good idea to set the middle, but the set just wasn't there.
Set point, Wildcats. Long run for Kazazler. Carvalho, what a dig.
What a great dig.
And a great pass, and that's going to be a
double hit.
Going to be a double hit. Well, we've seen both teams now give one of those up. Good idea from Nola Hemphill, but she couldn't make. If she had hit that with one hand, it would have been a great idea.
Well, or even just use your fist and get it over the net, because that was a very awkward angle.
Yeah. I think that ball would have been going over regardless, and she tried to just redirect it. Anyway, still 24-11, the back set. Simmons. Free ball. And the swing from Preston ends a miraculous 25-11 first set for Bethune-Cookman.
That's a way to make a statement.
But the beauty of volleyball is It's now 0-0 again.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what you've done, you got to do it again. But what a start for Bethune-Cookman. They hit 696
Wow.
in the first set, 17 kills, just one error.
Just one error, yeah. And that was that really
Awkward, yeah.
awkward.
You love Bethune-Cookman University sports? Of course you do. Then don't miss Hail Wildcats Radio, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of all 15 Wildcats sports programs. Hosted by me, Michael Torello, and featuring the expertise of Bethune-Cookman sports information staff. Hail Wildcats Radio delivers unparalleled coverage of your favorite teams. Tune into 1380 WELE Daytona Beach every Saturday before the football game to catch the show live, or it's anytime on your favorite podcast platform. Trust me, you will not want to miss this episode. We just recorded it this afternoon. We talked about the volleyball team's trip to Alabama. We talked about football, getting set to host Southern on the weekend, golf, cross country, tennis, all of that's included on Hail Wildcats Radio. Now let's put the headset on, as we would say in football, and I want you to talk about what's going through head coach Gökhan Yilmaz's mind right now if you're Florida A&M. You just got beat 25-11 in the first set of a team you have not lost to in almost a decade. How does he fix this?
But the players on this team haven't been playing for that decade.
Yeah.
You know, yes, some of them were involved in that in previous years, the sophomores, juniors, and seniors. But it's, you know, just because it's a long time, these are two different teams. And coming into this match, looking at the hitting percentage for FAMU, kind of made me wonder, well, how are they winning matches? And it's always hard to come and play on the road, especially midweek.
And you say, how are they winning matches? Well, they haven't won a lot of them.
Well,
Just 3-12 on the year. They beat Hampton and McNeese as their two non-conference wins, and their only conference win was they swept Mississippi Valley, who the Wildcats also swept last week. So, and then, of course, they go on the road to the Alabama schools, and they get swept by Alabama State, and it didn't look particularly pretty. They come back, force a fifth set against Alabama A&M on Sunday, but like the Wildcats did, fell in the fifth set on Sunday. If you look at the SWAC women's volleyball standings, it's been thrown way out of whack because for years, Florida A&M's been dominant, and Jackson State's been dominant. And both of them got swept last weekend, so they're sitting there at 2-2. We're looking at Alabama A&M, Prairie View, and Texas Southern, undefeated, with Alabama State right behind them at 3-1. Really, all that's saying is it's wide open at the top for a team like Bethune-Cookman to go on a run and put yourself at the top of the conference.
It is, and that makes it very important that you defend your home court. You do not want to lose at home.
One 0 Wildcats, a 25-11 win. The last time the Wildcats took more than one set in a match against Florida A&M, it was a 5-set loss on this floor in 2019.
Wow.
The last time the Wildcats beat the Rattlers was also in 2019, 3-1 in Tallahassee. So they're trying to break a long losing streak to Florida A&M here today. But only one set down, 2 still to go, and Florida A&M starts really well with a service ace from Mackenzie Taylor.
Again, you've only won one game. Got to keep serve receiving, got to keep talking to your teammates.
That was a great serve by Taylor. Just dropped it right over the net. Carvalho couldn't get there. That time Carvalho does get there. It's in system off high hands. Santana starts to play for the Rattlers. That one well out of court. Didn't touch any hands, and the Wildcats tie it up. The big swing from Yarcia Rodriguez from Puerto Rico. Didn't see Rodriguez at all in that first set.
No.
She comes in, the graduate transfer from the University of Pikeville in Kentucky.
Oh.
Off the tape, and it goes over. And that one again, way out.
Again, those are 2 unforced errors.
So Sanford can't keep it in the court, just like Rodriguez couldn't. And here is Jennings, daughter of Super Bowl winner Greg Jennings, serving for the Wildcats. The slide. And I'm not sure Farah Farouk intended that, but it went down other way.
It worked.
Farah Farouk leading the conference in hitting percentage up at .370, also 67 blocks. That's second in the SWAC behind Kaylee Williams. And now a service error. 3 points for the Wildcats in this set, all off FAMU errors.
Yep.
But I want to see, now that a little bit of the energy has gone out of the building from that first set, if this set is more a traditional side-out set, I want to see how these two teams play in that kind of match. Preston sets it up. Middle attack, Farouk got stuffed! My goodness, Sierra Herndon!
I think that'll get the energy level back up a little bit.
One-on-one says no thank you.
I think that'll get that energy level up a little bit.
Williams with the bullet serve. Dumps. And it couldn't be kept up by the pancake
Smart
from
play.
Melissa Gonzalez. Haven't seen that so far in this match, but Florida A&M watching warm-ups, they were doing it a lot.
Yes, they
the
were.
setters were trying to dump that ball over. Now it'll be Farouk, the junior from Houston, Texas. Started her college career at East Carolina. Last year was at Florida A&M. Middle attack. And the Rattlers respond in kind with a block. That's Tamia Coleman from West Palm Beach.
There were two blockers just standing there waiting. Setter might be able to see that out of the corner of her eye and go outside instead.
That's an overpass on the serve from Farouk.
Yeah, that's serve receive.
Farouk also has the most service aces on this Florida A&M team, 13 coming in. That was your 14th.
Bethune can't let them back in this match by not being able to serve receive. They got to serve receive the ball. It's a better pass.
And Simmons taps the hands on the way through.
You get her one-on-one blocking, she's going to win that.
And a smart shot, too, to go high hands.
Absolutely.
Don't challenge her right at the net.
It kills a kill on paper. It doesn't matter what it looks like.
I saw a clip, I think it was from a Mountain West match, as they go back set. Tip block. Preston denies the tip from Coleman, but the clip was, the caption on Twitter was the rare libero kill.
Oh.
And it was a really strong shot, a swing that went over off the libero and all the way back on the other side. Nobody covered it. That's going to be 4 hits.
Yeah.
Great dig initially by Carvalho.
Yeah.
But the second contact wasn't great from Wingo. But that, back on that libero kill, that's one of those you get maybe once a season.
Yeah, maybe.
Unless it's a libero, you're eating it up. Like, yes, I got one.
Absolutely.
6-all here, set 2. It is the Turkish player Kazazler to serve. Preston pushes it across. Kazazler now the set. What a dig. That went out, but it went off the hands.
They touched it.
Great job by the Wildcats to keep that point alive. A combination of Preston and Hempu on the digs.
Yeah. FAMU has really settled down in this game, playing much better.
They didn't get punched in the mouth by a 10-0 run early. And they've been on serve for the majority of this second set. Preston floats it over, met by Santana. Here's Whitfield. Hemphill with the dig. Preston again has to just tap it. Near side, off the hands. Oh, yeah.
I think that might have been out off the block, but FAMU played it, and the ball kept going out.
Yeah.
So.
And if you play it, that's
absolutely right.
I mean, I don't begrudge the decision to try and play the ball.
No.
You have a quarter second to make that decision.
Absolutely, it was coming at her fast.
Trantham, big swing. Carvalho defends. Jennings into Santana, dribbles back across the net. Jennings again. The block does enough. And now Trantham ties it up. Correction gives FAMU the lead back 8-7.
Yeah, block looked like it was a little bit late on that.
A much better second set from Florida A&M libero Victoria Santana.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And now Trantham back to serve.
Good pass.
The slide attack. Not a great first contact. We got some players running into each other, and it's not going to clear the net. All kinds of chaos on the FAMU sideline, and it's a tie game again. Stephanie Carvalho from Uberlândia, Brazil. Gets the serve, almost gets the ace. Another situation where two Rattlers ran into each other, and Amaya Jennings from the moon rises to smack that one home.
Great angle, too. She took a great angle on that attack.
We've got some great international representation in this match. Of course, Carvalho from Brazil. Bengisu Kazazler from Turkey for Florida A&M. Back set Jennings again off the hands. If Amaya Jennings keeps this up, she's in line for SWAC Player of the Week.
I think so.
As I said, 30 kills in 2 matches over the weekend.
Yeah.
And she's already got 11 in this match.
Yeah. And that was just such a smart hit. Just going high off those hands. Nobody's going to dig it.
And I've noticed that the back line for Florida A&M, as they call timeout, has crept up closer to that 3-meter line.
Well, they needed to after they've been giving away some of those, straight down kills. But the block closed that time, and it was a smart shot to go high off their hands.
And it's a great adjustment by the hitters for Bethune-Cookman, right? You notice how the defense changes, and then you react to it.
Yep. Yeah. It helps when you get a great set like that, and you have time you can see the block in front of you and make a decision of where you're going to go with the ball.
Bethune-Cookman's passing has been much better tonight than we saw last time they were at home. Even in the 3-0 win against Mississippi Valley, it was a little disjointed at times.
Yeah.
But Carvalho and Jennings and Davis on that back line, even Gonzalez when she has to, have been good passing the ball.
Well, I think that's the sign of good coaching and a team that's working hard is they improve. They just keep improving all through the season. And you can definitely see that this team has improved.
3-point swing for Bethune-Cookman. They lead at 10-8 here in set number 2. They lead the match 1-0 after a 25-11 win in set number 1. Carvalho slaps that one across the net. The block is there again. That one from the dig goes straight back over. Another chance to play it for Whitfield, and the Liberty transfer does well.
That was a good hit. There was a hole in that block, and she just went right in that hole. Went right between the two blockers.
I thought the block for the Wildcats had gotten the point there, but it came down on the wrong side of the net. Great serve.
Yeah, it was. Good pass.
Wildcats look like they're in the net.
No, it was FAMU in the net.
Oh, well, I saw the net ripple. Thought I was half right. The Wildcats will get the point off the net error. And Mackenzie Taylor, Sydney Whitfield, who's been the main hitter of choice for the Rattlers today from Magnolia, Texas, transferred from Liberty up in Virginia, where she played her freshman season. This time they go to the right side. Off the high hands, it's dug out. Simmons again, fires that off the back row. Kazazler goes to get it. The rally continues, the Wildcats attack again. Jennings, she cannot be stopped! Off the basketball hoop, and that's out of play in this gym.
Yes.
So the Wildcats will get the point. We think. At least that's how it's been ruled in the past.
I don't know. It looked to me like the head ref said replay. But if that's not the rule in this gym.
I don't agree with that. And Coach Williams obviously doesn't agree with that because she's talking to the down official right now. And they're going to replay it. That is not consistent with how that has been called in the past here. So the Rattlers get another chance in this 11-9. Off the top of the net. Carvalho sets up Jennings. It's all left side. Oh, the ceiling comes into play
for
the
on that.
first time today, and it's 12-9. Thank you for the assist, Mr. Ceiling. And already the Rattlers have used both timeouts, quick fire by Gokhan Yilmaz, as the Wildcats have rattled off a 6-1 run to take a 12-9 lead.
He's got to take a timeout after 6-1.
The three-time SWAC Coach of the Year not liking what he's seeing from his squad right now. As they have been denied at the net, the Wildcats are hitting .595 on the match with 8 blocks in a set and a half. Amaya Jennings with 13 kills, A.J. Simmons with 10, Tiana Preston with 9 to lead the line for Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, and you like to see those three hitters get off to a good start.
Especially with Mecca Freeman not on the floor, still struggling with that ankle injury. They're targeting a November return for Freeman, so right at the end of the season.
Yeah.
The Wildcats coming in 5-11, 2-2 in the SWAC, only won 3 non-conference games, Coppin State, Elon, and South Carolina State. That Elon match on the first week of the season significant because it was win number 100 for Brittany Williams at the helm of Bethune-Cookman Volleyball. She is the winningest BCU volleyball coach of all time, past Vanessa Cogswell last year for that mark. And every win for the Wildcats increases the legacy of Coach Britt here in Daytona Beach.
Nice serve.
Is that an ace?
Nice serve.
It is. Wow. That's the third ace of the match from Melissa Gonzalez. Gonzalez serves again. Called in, long run from Kazazlar, big swing. Oh, Carvalho, great job. Second contact over. Near side. Saw the hole in the block and punched it through to Sydney Whitfield.
Yeah. That block just went a little bit too far out for that set. The ball's going to be inside then. Bring the block in.
Whitfield from a volleyball family. Her sister Savannah plays for Dallas Baptist out in their home state of Texas. Dallas Baptist, one of those odd schools where they have one program at Division I and everything else is Division II. Long run. What a dig.
But quick, hit it.
And they do. The slot attack goes down for Williams, while the libero was still recovering from being practically in the hallway after that dig.
Well, she got back on the court, but nobody filled in and right back.
Even though they lost the point, that may have been one of the best digs I've seen in this gym.
Absolutely.
She was, again, almost in the hallway outside the gym.
It's actually better that she mishit that, because I think BAMU was ready to play defense on that one.
Yeah. So it was an overpass that Williams tried to hit. It came off her wrist.
Yeah, she gets a kill for it.
And went straight down, and Santana almost got to it. The Wildcats lead 15-10. And now we have a referee consultation.
No,
we're fixing
yeah,
fixing the net. Okay.
fixing the
Every
padding around the referee
Every
stand.
time I see the refs converge like that, I'm like, uh-oh, what did we do wrong now? But it's a 15-10 Wildcat lead here in set 2 with Amaya Jennings serving. Teardropper just makes it over the tape. And a beautiful right side hit for Taylor.
Yeah.
Check that Sanford.
Yeah, that block needs to be a little bit further out there.
Sanford, her entire college career at Florida A&M, playing her 74th career match tonight.
Wow.
With 578 kills. And, of course, 3 SWAC titles.
Yeah.
That one almost outside the pin, and it is outside the court as the Wildcats got that one all kinds of
Yeah,
wrong.
that was not a good pass. It was a great try by the setter to get that, keep that ball on her side.
So Sanford now goes back to serve, originally from Fort Walton Beach. Again, the first pass goes outside the court. Free ball for the Rattlers. Trantham can't get much on that one. Off high hands, covered by Taylor. Middle attack, punched once and twice, and out of play. Preston can't get to it. And here come the Rattlers. It's 15-13.
Bethune-Cookman serve receive is kind of letting FAMU back into this game. They got to get a good pass.
Sanford's second in service aces on this Rattlers team. 10 coming into the match today. This
That's
time
a good pass.
In system from the Cats. Williams tried the dump play. They'll get it back. And that time, nobody was communicating.
No, that was a poor decision. That was not a good set. You don't have to try and be super fancy here. Get the ball out to your hitters. Let them do the job.
And when your hitters have 15, 13, and 9 kills respectively, they've been doing pretty good. And it's a 1-point game, and if Florida A&M gets this point, I would not be surprised if Coach Williams calls timeout. Which they will not get this particular point.
And then you just let them off the hook. Serve and serve receive are so important.
Would you say that, as a rule, throughout volleyball, they're not practiced enough?
Well, I think serving is not practiced enough.
Case in point, as that one goes long and the Wildcats and Rattlers trade service errors.
Yeah. The other team just gave you a point. You can't just give it right back to them.
Yeah, and then Williams is going to be taken out. Got a big talking to from Coach Williams on the way back to the bench. And here is the top server, Farouk. That flat, powerful jump serve. Gonzalez, the powerful back set, the big swing into the net, and it somehow goes across. It's a joust that's won by FAMU.
Yeah, a little unlucky there.
We have a tie ball game at 16 here in set number 2. And I said at the beginning of the set, I wonder how both teams are going to respond to a closer, more side-out kind of game. FAMU with the rhythm right now. Can the Wildcats get it back through Preston? Off the block, off the light, off the tape. Oh my goodness. It's a pinball wizard.
Yeah, FAMU is not giving up on this match. They've only lost 1 game. You got to win 3.
That's the first time I've ever seen
that.
Roof, net, and it's still in play.
Yep.
This building finds ways to surprise you every time you step into it. 17-16 Cats.
And now we got to have the towels because got to make sure that floor is safe.
Everybody went scrambling around at the end of that play. Nola Hemphill to serve, the sophomore from Atlanta. One of 2 Wildcats to play in every match last season, Hemphill. Middle attack, touched up by Preston. Goes far side, Preston Straight over on the pass. And Sierra Herndon says, I'll have some of that.
It's almost like she said herself because she hit it at the
and it came right
back
to her.
Right back to her. Try again.
Looks like a training drill. When you hit the ball against one of those wedge shapes and it just rebounds back to you.
Good serve.
Free ball. A little bit of miscommunication, but Preston has a chance to attack it. And she gets a favorable bounce off the hands, but she'll take it. And Coach Williams didn't call a timeout, but that little break for the towels drying off, they almost used it like a timeout to just get their heads right. Change on the back line for Florida A&M as Humes comes in. They're going to go double defender here. They got libero and defensive specialist in on the back row. Had to be taken off the net, and that's unfortunately out of bounds off the block, and the Rattlers will get the point. And they brought the extra defensive specialist in. She made first contact and almost made it very awkward for the Rattlers. Then Gisu Kazazler serving. Transfer from Xavier University of Louisiana at the NAIA level. Late decision to play that from Jennings, and that is out of play. Kazazler transferred to Florida A&M along with Ruxandra Flueros, who's not playing tonight. Both were at Xavier of Louisiana, but played for a couple of clubs in Turkey growing up. Was a 5-time Red River Athletic Conference Setter of the Week last season and won the conference championship as well, did Xavier University of Louisiana. That's a great little athletic program down there in the NAI. If you've ever looked at their facilities, beautiful gym.
Is it?
Beautiful baseball fields. Great job down there around New Orleans way. Wildcats call timeout up 19-8 here in set number 2, trying to take a 2-0 lead. 18, sorry. I got a little overzealous there. Trying to take a 2-0 lead here at Moore Gym. Follow the Cats like never before and listen to every CatEye Network broadcast live for free. Just head to bcuathletics.com/radio on your computer or mobile device to hear the hometown radio call of every Wildcat home game and select road games for free. Don't miss a second of the action. That's bcuathletics.com/radio. Shout out to all of you listening on our radio feed this evening. We appreciate your company. We also appreciate the company of those of you watching on SWAC TV this evening, as well as the CatEye Network. Plenty of places to catch Wildcat Athletics this year. Back to action. Kazazler serving. It's a 3-0 run for the Rattlers here.
Need a good pass right here.
Jennings. Awkward for Hemphill. And it was even more awkward for Preston.
Got to get this serve receive back going well again. They've really been struggling in this game.
And they've been targeting Jennings, who was great in the first set, not so great down the stretch here in the second. Tie game again at 19. Another late decision by Jennings to play that. Preston in stride hits the wrists of Santana. Trantham squeezed it through, and Florida A&M has the lead. Really nice crowd here at Moore on a Wednesday night. Of course, it's Wildcats and Rattlers. You're always going to get a pretty big crowd out here for that, whatever sport you're playing. Well, the Wildcats somehow pulled that one out. I thought they were going to call double contact on Preston because I thought she hit that first, but
no, she didn't.
Hemphill got there before, and I don't think you can call it a set. Played the ball, and Preston made something of it. 20 all here. We're in the final stretch of set number 2 here at Moore Gymnasium. Trantham Hempel straight across. Herndon can only push it over. Trantham again backing up. Carvalho tight to the net, pushed back. Jennings! Kaboom!
That was a nice save by the setter to get that ball out there. That ball was really tight to the net. She did a good job handling that.
And Stephanie Carvalho, who didn't make the greatest pass on that play, just went over and shook Hempel's hand, saying, thank you for bailing me out.
Thank you.
Kazazler, middle attack, stuffed, covered. Trantham gets it over. Carvalho to the far side. Jennings behind her head. That went outside the pin.
Yeah. A running bump set behind you. That's a tough play.
Carvalho,
just put the ball up in front of you. Let that hitter hit it.
Carvalho called off Hempel, who was ready to set that ball. 21 all. The standout freshman LaDonna Trantham serving. Carvalho to Hempel across. Jennings got it. Barely, but it still counts.
She found the little tiny hole in that block and put it right in between.
Little bit of arm, little bit of tape. 22-21 Cats. And Carvalho will now go back to serve. Backs Trantham up. Backs Kazazler up. Great dig by Jennings. Off the ceiling. Joust at the net. The Wildcats push it over. And off the hands and down for Sanford. And it's 22 all as these teams are not letting the other one get away.
Got to get those hands across the net.
Now it's Santana to serve.
Good pass.
Maya
nice
Jennings,
job.
Do we have to say more? 13 kills on 19 attacks.
Nice job tooling that block.
Wildcats bring their defensive unit back on with Davis, Gonzalez, and Carvalho. In system near pin, pushed over the block. Carvalho will set it up. Jennings will hit it. Santana with the dig from the back road. A big swing is covered. Simmons from the back. It's getting a little scrambly here in this set. And that one's gonna go all the way out. Set point Wildcats.
You really have to call that an unforced error. She was passing that ball.
She passed it almost into the Wildcat bench.
Yeah. Just get it over the net.
Melissa Gonzalez will try and serve this one out. Great dig. It's Jennings. Off the ceiling! And Jennings gets the kill. Who else would finish off set number 2? It's the first time the Wildcats have taken 2 sets from Florida A&M since 2019. They lead the match 2-0.
Nice
that
job.
time, not a convincing win, but a thrill ride nonetheless at 25-22.
I think it was important that they won that game.
Yep.
I really do.
What do you do to cool off someone who's as hot as Amaya Jennings right now? 14 off 21 with 1 error.
You can try and serve away from her, but you know, as long as Bethune-Cookman is passing the ball well, she's going to keep getting the ball, and that's going to open up the other hitters too if they keep passing the ball well. But she's just on fire. She's playing very smart tonight.
And for the Wildcats, they had to work for this one. It wasn't handed to them by Florida A&M. How does that set them up for a third and possibly deciding set coming up after the break?
Well, it all came down to really FAMU passed the ball better in that game. And Bethune-Cookman had some struggles with their serve receive. You know, not that FAMU got aces necessarily, but those were not necessarily great passes there at times.
Yeah. Quick statistical rundown as we await the third set. Excuse me. It's 2-0 Bethune-Cookman. It's been a long day. For the Rattlers, LaDonna Trantham has 7 kills. Farouk has 4. Whitfield and Sanford 3, Coleman 2, and Taylor 1. Hitting percentage is led by Taylor with 33, Trantham with 27.8, Coleman with 250, Farouk 167. 7 assists for Taylor, 8 for Kazazler in the two-setter system. For the Wildcats, I mentioned the 14 kills off 21 attacks for Amaya Jennings. Tiana Preston, 8 kills off 17. Simmons, 7 kills off 16. Williams, 2 off 5. We have 4 hitters hitting over 300 in this match for the Wildcats. Overall, the Wildcats hitting 422 for the match. Remember, coming in, their average for the season is 181.
Yeah.
On the assisting front, Gonzalez has 13, Carvalho 5, Hemphill 10. 3 aces all by Gonzalez for Bethune-Cookman. 2 aces for Florida A&M, 1 for Taylor and 1 for Sanford. 13 digs for Carvalho, 7 for Gonzalez. For Florida A&M in that department, 10 digs for Santana, 6 for Trantham. We're going to take about a 2-minute break, and when we come back, it's the third and potentially deciding set as the Wildcats lead 2-0 over Florida A&M here on Wednesday night SWAC volleyball action on the CatEye Network and SWAC TV. Back at Moore Gymnasium, we get ready for set number 3 between the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and the Florida A&M Rattlers. It's 2-0 Wildcats, 25-11, 25-22. Your 2 set scores so far. The Wildcats in the all-pink in front of a packed Moore Gym crowd tonight, trying to get their first win over their rivals since joining the SWAC in 2021. First time since 2019. First win at home for the Wildcats since 2018, because that win in 2019 was in Tallahassee. Something that's caught my eye is only 4 Wildcats have more than 5 swings in this match.
Well, you got to remember that first game was a lot of errors on FAMU's side.
Go Carvalho, beautiful. A.J. Simmons got blocked but covered. Back row attack, Preston. They'll try and respond in kind with Farouk.
Gotta communicate on that. The person playing back row has to call that front row player off.
1-0 Florida A&M. First time they've had a lead first in a set tonight. Yeah. And here is the standout freshman, LaDonna Trantham, team leader in kills.
Good pass.
The set was a little bit behind Simmons' head. Trantham off the hands, dug up once and twice. Tipped over through the block. Farouk puts it up. Free ball for the Cats. The set, the slide. Preston tries to play it soft. Rattlers go middle attack. Long, no hands, Wildcat point.
No touch, yep.
I always wait for the official to put his hand up. There's been some great rallies in this match. 3, 4, 5 times over the net. Tip to the net. Pushed back across. And
that ball was set too far out.
yeah, Williams couldn't get it over.
No. She needed that ball on her hand.
But both teams coming out a little sloppy here in set number 2. Farouk an attack error, bad set by Gonzalez. The last 2 points. It's gonna have to be a back row set. Great pass to Preston, got it over. Dump to the middle.
Yeah.
Carvalho couldn't get it.
2 people going for the ball. Somebody's got to call it and take it. Be aggressive. Let that ball hit the floor. Call that campfire defense.
Yeah, Farah Farouk. In her recruiting class out of high school in Houston, Texas, Farouk was one of the top 150 players in the country. A.J. Simmons.
That was a great swing.
Didn't hit it with power, but just placed it right where it needed to be.
She just reached nice and high, put that ball down over top of the block.
Farouk, former Greater Houston Area High School Player of the Year. And if you know anything about volleyball in the Houston area, there's an ace for the Wildcats. If you know anything about volleyball in the Houston area, that's a tough award to win.
It is. It's very tough to win that.
One of the best recruiting hotbeds for volleyball in the country.
Has been for a long time.
So Kaylee Williams gets an ace. And another good serve. Trantham had to halt her run up because that set was behind her. Here's Preston into the net.
I think she was trying to take a sharp angle.
Tough start for the Cats here in set number 3. 4-3 Rattlers with the ball. Here's Kazazler, who had 1,744 assists in 2 years at Xavier University of Louisiana. If you're not so good on your quick math, that's 8.5%. Set too high.
That was a setting error right there.
That's the second setting error of this third set. 5-3 Florida A&M. And how many times in the past have we seen the Wildcats get out to big leads and sets and matches and just kind of taking their foot off the gas a little bit?
Yeah, can't do that against this team.
Great serve by Kazazla. Great pass by Jennings. The up by Santana sets up a back row attack that the Wildcats will cover. Carvalho back to Jennings. Reaches over the top and it finds the space in the court. There was so much topspin on that ball. It looked almost like a tennis serve.
Yeah, and she finished nice and high too, so that that ball went over top of the block.
Both kills for Simmons in this set so far have not been big swings. They've just been placements. The pass, the hit by Trantham, dug out by Carvalho. Preston has to play it off the net. Well dug by Hemphill. Morgan Wingo, high, wide, and not so handsome.
They're calling for touch, but I don't
see it.
I saw one.
They're going to challenge it.
Yep.
I didn't see it in real time here.
Yeah. Bethune started calling touch right away, so maybe it was easier for them to see.
And we don't have Hawkeye here to get in and see if a fingernail moved or what they have at the power conference level or the professional level.
Well, sometimes even with those cameras, it's hard to tell.
I went to a couple of games for the new pro team over in Orlando, the Orlando Valkyries, the last 2 years. Shout out, reigning National Volleyball League champions, Orlando Valkyries, by the way. But that cameras that they have for those matches are incredible.
They are.
Like, you can see if they moved a fingernail off that block. Unfortunately, not
Not all those colleges have those, though.
Yeah, especially not down here. And some colleges didn't have replay up until last year when it was required,
Yeah.
starting last year. Make sure you are representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest, featuring all new items. Buy the latest BCU gear online or the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to bcuathletics.com and click on shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's bcuathletics.com and click on shop. And you can stay up to date with everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking us out on social media. Give BCU Athletics, let me try that again. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats at X and Instagram at BCU_athletics for the latest. At BCU Volleyball, follow BCU Volleyball on X and Instagram. And brand new for this year, the Wildcats are now on TikTok. You can follow us at BCU Athletics. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Because the two of us up here, I don't think are qualified to talk about TikTok.
No, that would be correct.
We are still waiting for a review of a Morgan Wingo hit that went out the back of the court. The Wildcats claimed it was touched at the net. The point was originally given to Florida A&M. It is currently 6-4 in set number 3 with the Wildcats up 2-0. There's some new travel partners this year in the SWAC. As we get the result, didn't touch anybody, and it's going to be Fairview Point. And the Wildcats make one of those new travel partner trips next week or this coming weekend, when they go to Southern and Alcorn State. That's Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Lorman, Mississippi on Friday and Sunday. So 6-4 Rattlers make that 6-5.
It's like a timeout, only you didn't have to take a timeout.
Third service error of the match for
that's just something that
the Rattlers.
That's one of those times when you have to serve the ball over and in. It's after a timeout.
So both teams have 3 service errors. Great in-system swing by Brandy Boston, the freshman.
Bethune was in the net as well.
We've seen more balls hit the rafters today than usual.
We have, you're right.
Wildcats down by 3. Blocked! That's the first block in a while for the Wildcats. Sierra Herndon will be credited for it. Just sent it right back into the face of LaDonna Trantham. Second timeout of the set for Florida A&M.
It's a smart timeout by FAMU. You've given them a few points, and the last one was kind of dramatic. Getting a good block there. Try and slow down Bethune-Cookman's momentum. On Bethune's side, they got to keep that momentum. They got to come out and keep their foot on the gas here.
Well, Wildcat Volleyball is on the road this weekend, but they will return to Moore Gymnasium on Friday, October 17th, as they welcome in the Tigers of Texas Southern. All the action is free on the CatEye Network, bcuathletics.com/radio or SWAC TV. Texas Southern and Prairie View play each other tomorrow night. Both teams are undefeated. Winner's going to be number 1 in the SWAC going into the weekend.
Wow.
And then they both come here, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. You're going to see both Prairie View and Texas Southern in this gym, and that's going to be a really tough weekend. That's going to be a weekend that will really determine if the Wildcats are in the title contention.
Yeah.
What a weekend for the Texas schools in volleyball, sweeping the weekend. They both did. Jackson State, they both beat Jackson State. All kinds of trouble.
That was a really broken play. But again, keep your foot on the gas if you're Bethune-Cookman.
5 out of the last 6 for Bethune-Cookman here in this third set, and they're down just 1. As Florida A&M brings Kazazler back into set. Kazazler peels off the net, finds Trantham, and that dig by Jennings goes all the way out.
Big swing, got the side out.
Both teams.
Bethune needs a pass right here.
Both teams have kind of gone away from the just recklessly swing at it and hope something good happens approach tonight. Oh no.
Wow.
Kazazler into the net. Not an error you expect from your talented junior.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, it was in the middle of the net.
The last two service errors for FAMU haven't been close. That one closer than to the bottom of the net than the tape. It'll be Hemphill to serve. Kazazler on the slide. Carvalho keeps it in. Hemphill near pin. Preston. Sliding dig by Santana. Trantham stands up and finds the hands of Herndon.
Good block.
That's the tough part about those standing swings when you have to reach behind your head. It's very telegraphed.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of places you can go.
Tie game, 17 all. Out of play on this swing. Will we get a challenge?
I don't know
Coach
that.
Yilmaz stands up, flashes the card, and he will challenge it.
Okay.
Well, we weren't sure about the Wildcat challenge, and they lost it. Now we're not sure about the Rattlers challenge, and I think he might be using this as kind of a timeout here because he's used both his timeouts already.
He has, and definitely the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats have the momentum right about now.
Yep. 18-17 Wildcats. At one point in this third set, the Wildcats trailed 14-7.
It looks like the second referee has kind of made his decision.
That was a really quick look at it, so that's either it's really very clear one way or the other.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure why this is more than a... Unless they're waiting on the camera angle. Did somebody take a timeout?
Well, the Wildcats only have one timeout left, and FAMU doesn't have any. And if I'm Coach
not
Williams, I'm not taking a timeout now.
I don't understand what the holdup. Oh, I guess they were waiting on the replay.
Camera. We have been having some internet issues here in the gym tonight.
That's true.
If your stream was interrupted for a little bit, we do apologize. But those cameras that are all around the gym also run on the internet service, so they might have been down. They might have had to reboot them. Who knows?
Yeah.
But now
I wonder if because there's so many people in here, maybe they're on their phones.
It does get like that sometimes. A lot of improvements coming to Moore Gym. Got a fresh coat of paint over the week. They're redoing the whole concourse down in the hallway behind the
I had a hard
stage.
time getting in.
Yeah. They're redoing the visitors' locker rooms. They're redoing concessions. Nice. So a lot of work being done to get ready for basketball. It's going to be a big basketball season here at Moore Gymnasium. SWAC Media Day was today, earlier this afternoon for basketball. The men picked to finish first in the preseason poll. The Wildcats win the challenge, as we suspected they might.
Yeah.
The women got the defensive preseason player of the year and 3 players on the preseason all-SWAC teams.
Nice.
So get yourself down to Moore Gym for some hoops or, of course, catch all the action here on the CatEye Network. Wildcats lead at 18-17 here in set number 3, trying to sweep the Rattlers.
That was a nice hit.
But LaDonna Trantham doesn't want to be swept. She wants to keep playing
volleyball.
Hit.
Okay. Bethune needs to get a good pass right here.
And now it kind of feels like the whole second set, which was lockstep the whole way through. LaDonna Trantham, the freshman out of Homewood, Illinois, serving.
Good pass.
Awkward slide. The joust is won by Florida A&M, kept alive, but with 3 touches.
Yeah. I didn't like that set either.
So 2 points quick for the Rattlers, and they take the 19-18 lead. Big swing for Preston. Straight at the libero. Cross it goes. And a cross-court shot. And it's a 4-point swing for FAMU off the arms of Sanford. When do the Wildcats take their timeout? Yeah, not a great first contact from Jennings. Preston has a lot to do with this. She drops it over. Pushed across Sanford. Kept alive, but not.
You got to take your timeout.
On the second one, 21-18. And it looks like she is going to take the timeout. The Wildcats led 18-17. 4-point swing for Florida A&M. That was after that review that was basically a timeout for FAMU.
Yeah. Yeah, they used it to their advantage for sure.
Wildcats looking to win their first match over Florida A&M since 2019 and end a 10-0 losing streak to the Rattlers since they joined the SWAC in 2021. If the Wildcats were to come back and win this set, it would be their first sweep over Florida A&M since 2017.
Wow.
Coach Brittany Williams has all but one of the Wildcats' 6 wins over Florida A&M all time. Again, that record sits at 65-6 in favor of FAMU.
Well, Bethune-Cookman, you got to go out there and you got to play to win. Right now, it looks like they're playing not to lose. They got to play to win this game. Play to win this point.
A current 5-0 serving run for LaDonna Trantham. Spins the ball in her left hand and plays it over to Carvalho. Hemphill, back set slide. Big swing. Did that catch the line? No.
That slide has not been successful.
And it looks like we're going to challenge that for a touch again, which I didn't see, so.
I didn't either, but looks like the players looked at Coach right away and said they touched it.
Well, remember they did that last time, and the Wildcats didn't win the challenge, so.
You still gotta go for it, though.
It's a wild season in SWAG volleyball, or at least shaping up to be. Alabama A&M, Prairie View A&M, and Texas Southern all 4-0. But Prairie View and Texas Southern play each other tomorrow night, so somebody's has got to go in that game. Alabama State 3-1. Their one loss to BCU on Sunday. Southern, the Wildcats go to on Friday, is 3-2. So the Wildcats and the Jags could be even when they square off on Friday night. Bethune-Cookman currently 2-2, as is Jackson State and Grambling State. Florida A&M 1-3, Alcorn 1-4, Valley State and Pine Bluff both winless so far in conference play. But
and again, in conference play, you've got to defend your home matches. You've got to win those. The
apple cart has been upset this season with your traditional powers, Florida A&M, and maybe Alabama State is a faraway second. Sometimes Jackson State, like last season, is a second. Not performing to the level that really we thought they would coming into the season, although it's still very early. We're only 2 weeks in to the regular season. Currently reviewing a play that would make it 22-18 Florida A&M. The Wildcats challenged that there was a touch off the block, which neither of us saw.
No, but we didn't have an angle that we would see it.
It is taking slightly longer, this review, than the last two did. Of course, you can't really read into that. Florida A&M lost two of their 3 assistants in the offseason. Caitlin Scroggins, now the head coach of Virginia State, and Dominique Washington, both gone in the offseason. They've brought in Brooke Hudson as their new assistant coach under Gokhan Yilmaz and his lead assistant, Steve Canfield.
And interestingly,
That was not a reaction to the challenge. Something
Yeah.
went down on the Florida A&M sideline.
Yeah.
But Brooke Hudson, a former FAMU player, played for Florida A&M in 2022. And Florida A&M's going to win the challenge. Before that, Hudson was at Colorado State. So 22-18, Florida A&M closing this set on a tear. This reminds me of all 3 sets against Jackson State during the last homestand, where it was all close until it wasn't, and Jackson State just pulled away at the end every time. Can the Wildcats get a side out? Hempel pushes it back across. That hit hands all the way through. Preston gets the kill. And a side out right here as Preston goes out in favor of the defensive specialist, Riley Davis.
Yeah.
We talked about Riley Davis on the podcast last week and said she maybe has not been playing to her potential so far this season.
It's a good serve.
Block covered, but a great kill
Good play
off
at
the
the net.
free ball by Herndon. That's just recognizing the situation and jumping to that ball first. Shout out the cover by Kazazler, though. I thought that block was going straight down.
Yeah.
Another good serve, but a good pass. Carvalho keeps it alive. Hempel on the 3-meter line. Touched
Smart
off the block and out.
play. That was such a smart play.
Amaya Jennings continues to be a menace here this evening.
So you don't always have to hit the ball hard.
What do you think Coach Williams is telling her huddle right now?
Well, the last thing that you need to talk about is the last game. You got to talk about this one coming up, and just they need a little bit better serve receive, a little bit better decision making on the sets, and keep serving tough. I thought they let up on the serves a little bit after that first game. Still, you know, you want to serve it over and in, but stay aggressive with where you put it.
The Wildcats have 5 service aces on the night, only 1 after the first set.
And you don't always have to get an ace to get the point. If you get them out of system, get a free ball, get a down ball. That gives you an advantage.
Amaya Jennings, 19 kills on 35 swings with 3 errors, hitting .475. AJ Simmons, 10 kills on 26 swings, hitting .308. Tiana Preston has been gone away from a little bit after that first set. 11 kills on 27 swings, 3 errors, hitting .296. The Rattlers start with the serve here in set number 3. Away we go. It's an error. Wildcats.
It's a good
blood.
start right there.
Serve and serve receive. Can the Wildcats keep their serve here with Amaya Jennings? Middle attack. Carvalho
Nice dig.
stops that in its tracks. Preston standing hip for the back row. And that last was really close to the net, and Taylor couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, it was a good try.
They were trying to set up that pipe attack down the middle.
That was a good serve. Got a really tight pass out of it. Won the point.
Jennings this time a short one. A long run for Sanford to get that one. It's a free ball for the Cats. Here's AJ Simmons to the back row. Long run for Sanford to set that up. Here's the swing. Diving
nice
stop by
dig.
Jennings. Preston blocked.
Gotta go high hands.
It seems that the Wildcats just try and squeeze through the block too much instead of taking advantage of it.
Well, especially that set was a little bit behind her. You can't try and hit the ball hard necessarily. You gotta go high and hard.
It'll be the outside hitter Sanford serving. Jennings receives, pushed across. Did that get a touch?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Oh, that was in. Yeah. That was a nice hit. Good set.
And another great dig by Jennings, who I can't sing her praises enough about the defensive role she's played this year. Utilized a ton in serve, receive, and first contact with a libero, like she is right now, is not on the floor. Middle attack for Farouk. The dig goes straight back over and then over again. And Simmons hits the block. Covered. Preston off high hands, but covered by Santana. Back to the near pin and squeezed through by Trantham, who's up to 11 kills to pace the Rattlers.
Bethune's block was a little bit early that time. They were on their way down, I thought, when the ball got to them.
And now,
Get a side out.
And now Farah Farouk serving. Wildcats have had it tough when she has received. Two Wildcats run into each other. Somehow it doesn't matter because that swing from Tiana Preston goes into the upper deck off the block. So early on it was Amaya Jennings with the big swings. Now Tiana Preston has come through looking to punish some volleyballs. And Nola Hemphill takes the serve for the maroon and gold, wearing the pink tonight. Great serve.
Good serve.
Trantham didn't get it over the net.
Nope.
And that just goes to show your example, right, of how a good serve doesn't need to be an ace to win the point.
Yep.
And I think Nola Hemphill is one of the greatest examples of that the Wildcats have. Middle attack, and it's missed by Coleman. And another hitting error for Florida A&M. Hemphill doesn't have that many aces, just 8 on the season. But she is one of the Wildcats' most consistent servers as Florida A&M takes a quick timeout down 6-2.
And her serves get the other team out of system. You know, they may get the pass up and they get a set, but they don't have all three hitters as options when she's serving a lot.
I mean, I remember the, 12-point service run she went on against Mississippi Valley to open conference play, where it felt like the Devilettes just didn't have a chance with her at the line. Homecoming is right around the corner here at BCU. You don't want to miss a moment of the action. Get your tickets today as BCU hosts Arkansas Pine Bluff on Saturday, October 25. At Daytona Stadium. Get your tickets today at bcuathletics.com/tickets. Don't wait. Those homecoming tickets go fast. You want to get your parking. You want to get there early. You want to get your food at the tailgate. And you want to watch some good Wildcat football on homecoming. That's October 25th.
Nice.
Homecoming, always such an important time here on the BCU campus. You've got the homecoming parade. You've got the football game. You've got all the festivities surrounding it. And usually, to compound all of that, we've had volleyball triple headers. There's an ace by Hemphill.
There you go. There's an ace.
The last 2 years, to make our homecoming even more strenuous, we've had a volleyball doubleheader as well as football. This year, thankfully, they're on the road. So we only have football to worry about here in the athletic department, at least in terms of home games. 7-2 Cats.
Nice.
Great dig by Carvalho. Preston with a full head of steam off the hands. Into the ceiling, back across Sanford.
Oh, that was a hit.
Correction, Trantham with the big swing.
That was a hit.
If LaDonna Trantham continues performing as she has done, already 2-time SWAC Newcomer of the Week this season, approaching 200 kills on the year in just 15 matches, I don't think she's going to be at Florida A&M for very long.
No.
Some power conference team is going to come after her.
Probably.
Florida A&M sides out. Preston first contact. It's Shayla Henry who covers her own block. Preston got it across. Preston covers again off high hands. Hemphill has to send it over for a free ball. Here comes Whitfield. It's a joust that's won by the Rattlers, but the Wildcats keep it alive. Trying to find the donut is Preston. She couldn't do it that time.
No, no.
Nobody attacked the ball, and it's a point for Florida A&M. Miscommunication. Looked like Carvalho called it out.
Yeah, it did,
she
and
called
it's like
off
wasn't close.
Jennings. And now it's 7-4, and the run continues for Kazazler at the service line. This time in-system middle attack. Crazy dig on the back row by Whitfield. Carvalho slides in to play it. Preston off the block and out. Correction, that's Shayla Henry, the redshirt sophomore, in on that far pin. As the Wildcats rotate through some of the bench players, we've seen Wingo a couple of times tonight. Now Henry. Henry was big in the match against Mississippi Valley.
Yes, she was.
That's where she got the majority of her 60 kills on the year. Tip from Farouk. Back set, Henry on the other side, didn't get it over the net.
Some of those back sets have not been great sets, but that was still a ball that you could have gotten over the net.
Outside of...
I mean, it was a good idea. It just, that was a tough shot.
Outside of A.J. Simmons, the Wildcats really don't look comfortable setting the right side.
Yeah.
8-5 now. Make that 9-5 as Amaya Jennings goes kaboom.
Now that was a great set.
That's the kind of play your coach wants every time. Let's just do it like that every time. We'll be fine.
Just come on. It'll be fun.
Big swing in kind. Great dig from Carvalho. Jennings again. Blocked straight back at her.
Yeah. At that time the block was set and waiting for it. That's when you got to go high hands. And it's really hard to make yourself do that because it's such a good set. But you got that block right there. You got to do something else.
And this is when you remember that Florida A&M comes into the match as the best blocking team in the SWAC at over 2 blocks per set. This is a wild one that's going to be a free ball. Farouk, block back covered. Henry, well wide. Wouldn't surprise me if they take Henry off. Couple of attack errors, just 1 kill for Shayla Henry on this sequence has allowed the Rattlers to claw back in. It's 9-7.
Yeah, get a side out right here.
Tight to the net. They do a great job with it, though.
That was a great set.
That's where Nola Hempel being taller than your average setter at 5'10" really comes into play.
Yes,
she can really reach up and claw those balls back.
Yes, it's a big advantage to be a taller setter.
And even at the highest levels of the game, you'll see setters that are as tall as the middle blockers now, 6'2", 6'3".
Yep.
And they are involved in the blocking scheme to get you maybe the 3 blockers on some looks.
Hey, even those shorter setters, they love when they get a block.
It's like when those liberos get a kill, right? It's like, yes, I'm involved. Well, that was wild and crazy.
Hit. That's a double hit.
And the referee agrees with you.
No, I was going to keep yelling that.
So Farouk hit the ball. It went into the net, and then she touched it again.
The down ref signaled it right away, and the up ref just didn't see it.
I think both teams. Oh! A late change of decision by the line judge.
I think it was a good change of decision.
Flips the line, and it's an ace.
She's done that a couple of times tonight, though, where she's served the ball, and it looked like it was going out, and right at the last second, it dies.
That's Melissa Gonzalez for you. Just a terrific setter. Rattlers respond for Whitfield.
Yeah, that block was a little bit early. They were on their way down.
I really like the look of Sydney Whitfield for Florida A&M. Gives that right side a little more bite.
Yes.
The transfer from Liberty, 2 seasons there. Only played 11 matches for the Liberty Flames in 2 years. Gonzalez sets it up. Late decision to play that one. It's pinballed around and a free ball for the Cats. Gonzalez tight to the net. The slide is tipped over the block by Williams. What a play.
Smart play. Smart play.
And the Wildcats have been going with power, and it's been kind of thrown back in their face by the block. That time, just a touch shot. Caught the block in the middle of nowhere. Timeout, Florida A&M. That should be their second one.
I believe so.
Yep, that's their second and final timeout at 13-8. That's a bit aggressive by Gokhan.
Well, they're down. They're still down 2-1. He can't let this one get away. I mean, it's a 5-point lead right now. You can't let that get to 6 or 7.
This was a matchup of the two best blockers in the SWAC coming in. Farah Farouk, second in block, 67. Kaylee Williams first at 72 coming into the match. 6 blocks for Herndon tonight for the Wildcats, 5 for Williams. And for Farouk, just 1 block assist. They've taken her completely out of the game.
They have.
One of the things that Coach Williams loves to coach into her middles is the ability to move and get to the pins and block outside too. So you're not just relying on your outside hitters or your right sides to get the defense up over there. 13-8 Cats. They lead 2-1, looking to close out this match here in set number 4. Amaya Jennings with the serve. Gonzalez covers middle. A.J. Simmons, big swing. Set up near side for Sanferno. Carvalho keeps it alive beautifully. And the far pin, T on
Nice
Preston.
set. What a great set.
Give that one to Carvalho, though. The dig was beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smile on the normally stoic face of Coach Brittany Williams as she looks for her 6th win all-time over Florida A&M. This time the Rattlers insist him off high hands. Carvalho can't get to that one. Nobody's getting to that one.
No, that was a smart hit.
Rattlers side out at 14-9. And for the Wildcats, it's just about siding out, keeping them at arm's length here.
Yeah, keep the momentum on your side. No easy points.
But you know the run is coming because it always comes here late. Can you respond to it? Long run for Gonzalez. Preston can't get much on that one.
Oh,
but it doesn't matter.
How does nobody go for that ball?
So I think what happens is the back line was expecting the block to leave it because it was a standing, almost free hit.
No, there's no reason for them not to have played that ball.
Listen, I'm trying to
I know. Somebody's got to call that and play that ball.
Trantham. Great dig by Jennings, pushed across by Hemphill. The dump gives a free play for the Wildcats. Here's Preston in sequence.
Nope.
And Farouk gets a block. Her second of the night.
That's when her teammates, that's a hard angle for her to be hitting from the way the ball's coming at her. That's when her teammates have to tell her, you got 2 blocks up. Got to communicate.
Farouk at the service line. Jennings first contact. Gonzalez sets it up. A.J. Simmons off the high hands. This is going to be a tough one for the Rattlers. Farouk got it to go off the tape. Preston, 1-2,
That
punch.
was a touch. Yep.
Off the touch.
You could see that. That ball changed direction.
A little bit lucky for Preston because that wasn't a great hit, but
No.
the points all count the same. And Gonzalez is going to be replaced by Nola Hempel at the center position. Hempel, 4-time first-team all-region selection at Jackson High School out of Atlanta, Georgia. And was a standout with 486 assists in her freshman year as a Wildcat. There's a block at the net.
Gonna get a free ball here. Take advantage of it.
Hemphill plays middle, and it's the right decision because that's right where Sierra Herndon was. 17-10 Bethune-Cookman. Storming towards a victory here.
Nice when you get that good pass and you can bring that middle in like they're going to hit quick in the middle, and then you bring it outside right around, hitting a 2.
The Rattlers are going to bring in 6'2" freshman Kristen Moore out of Woodbridge, Virginia. My old area of the woods up there in Northern Virginia, up by D.C. Her twin sister Alexandra also on the team. Kristen has played more than Alexandra this season. They're both from the D.C. area. And that one squeezed through the block by LaDonna Trantham.
That block was almost close, but didn't quite get all the way closed.
I'm going to say it again. LaDonna Trantham can play. She has single-handedly kept the Rattlers at times in this match. She has 13, now 14 kills on the night.
If you're Bethune, you just keep siding out. Get a good pass.
Here's Kazazler. Hasn't had the greatest night.
Or let him serve out.
That's her third error from the
do
service line for Kazazler tonight. It's a party in pink on the Wildcat bench. 7 points from safety. A bad thing in soccer, a good thing here. But the Rattlers are going to keep fighting as Trantham gets another kill.
Yeah, the block needed to be a little farther out.
Wildcats looking to take some momentum into a weekend swing of Southern and Alcorn. It's Henry with a hit. Trantham has to meet it in the back row. Pushed across, Hempel. Far side, Jennings touched over, covered by Kazazler. Sanford to the wrists. Pushed over by the setter.
Yeah.
Off high hands and out the back of the court. And Florida A&M is going to keep fighting a quick 2-0 run here.
Yeah, well, the bench was up about that about that setter dump across the net. That was a double contact, and the up ref should have called that.
And Florida A&M deservedly gets the point anyway. Hempel really tight to the net, reaches back and finds numero 8, Amaya Jennings.
That was a great set. That is not easy to do. That is not easy to do.
How many times have we seen her do that just tonight? Pull that ball back from over the net.
Good
Amaya
serve.
Jennings, 22 kills. As the Rattlers and the Cats keep trading back and forth. That was Sanford on that last kill. Long run for Hempel to set that one up. Jennings missed it.
Yeah, good idea. Tried to take that really sharp angle, just couldn't get enough topspin on it.
Rattlers back within 4. Wildcats won the first set 25-11. They led 10-0 at one point in that first set. Into the net once, twice, and a free ball. Calvado couldn't keep that one in front of her, and it's 19-16. Timeout, Wildcats. Good timeout. You still got 2.
Yeah, I think so. If you gotta settle things down here a little bit.
15 kills from Trantham tonight, 7 from Farouk, 9 from Sanford. But nobody hitting exceptionally well. Even Trantham has 6 errors and is hitting .231.
Yeah.
For the Wildcats, I mean, Amaya Jennings, 22 kills on 42 swings, 5 errors, hitting .405. Tiana Preston, 17 kills, 5 errors on 39 swings, hitting .308. All your 2 highest point total scorers for the Wildcats. That's 22.5 points for Jennings, 18.5 for Preston. Nobody else in the Wildcats has more than 12. That's A.J. Simmons, who's had a good night. 10 kills, just 2 errors.
Yeah, but Bethune hasn't been going to her like after the first 2 games. It seems like they kind of.
And they've put Henry in that spot.
Yeah.
They've put Herndon in that spot.
Yeah.
I'd put AJ back out there and let her close it out.
Yeah.
Wildcats trying to close this one out down the stretch, up 19-16. But 4 of the last 5 points have gone to FAMU. Victoria Santana, the libero, had such a rough start to the match, but has gotten much better in the last 3 games. Amaya Jennings again.
Hit.
Cool as a cucumber, takes some speed off it.
Hit.
And fools both the block and the back row.
Yep.
Wildcats 5 points away.
We asked for AJ, and here she is.
Simmons on the court now, along with Williams, Jennings. At the net,
One-on-one
block by
block.
Jennings. Gonzalez setting up Jennings. Did that take a hand on the way through? No, it did not. Another hitting error.
Yeah, it'd almost be better if she went for the deep corner instead of trying to take such a sharp angle.
The Wildcats 57 kills, 22 errors, hitting .245 tonight. And another service error for Florida A&M. The Rattlers have given the Wildcats 7 points from the service line tonight. I know you can't talk about this in terms like this, but if you even have half of those back, this is a much closer match.
Yep.
Farouk on the slide, slid to cover by Carvalho. Here's Simmons. I said to go back to AJ, and she comes through.
Yeah. FAMU did not do a good job on the block, adjusting to that set being a little bit further in from the antenna. The outside blocker just stayed out there at the antenna. There's a big hole in the block.
22-17, Amaya Jennings now serving. Another great serve. Discombobulated to the Rattlers, free ball for the Cats. Gonzalez the set, Preston the swing, and it goes all the way over the Rattler bench. The Wildcats are 2 points away. And it's telling that Bethune-Cookman has put their strongest 6 on the floor right now. Jennings, Carvalho, Gonzalez, Preston, Williams, and Simmons. To try and see out this match. An ace! Match point, BCU. Amaya Jennings, who has been so magnificent tonight, 23 kills, now has a service ace and is looking to serve for the match. It would be fitting, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
The Rattlers will play it. And it's a big swing and a perfect swing for Yanni Sanford. Block couldn't get set up in time there. As the in-system play came for the Rattlers.
Take a deep breath. Get a good pass right here.
Still 7 match points for the Wildcats, who have not beaten Florida A&M since 2019. 10 straight. That one's out of play! 8 service errors in the match.
Oh, no.
For the Rattlers, and this one belongs to the maroon and gold.
Very well played match.
For the first time since 2019, Bethune-Cookman defeats Florida A&M, and it's convincing. 3-1 on the night.
Liked it.
And all the momentum now with BCU going into a weekend road trip.
Yeah, that makes going on the weekend a lot easier, for sure. They did their job. They defended their home court.
Stay right with us here. We're going to have a little CatEye Network post-game show coming up. We're going to hear from Coach Brittany Williams as soon as we can corral her to get up here to the broadcast desk. But some statistical rundowns for you this evening. For Bethune-Cookman, it was the night of Amaya Jennings, 23 kills on 44 swings, 6 errors, 386 her hitting percentage.
Big night.
Simmons, 11 kills, 290 hitting percentage. Herndon, 2 kills. Preston, 18 kills, hit 325. Kaylee Williams had 4 assists in a solo block, also had 3 kills, hit 222. For Florida A&M, they were led by LaDonna Trantham, who is going to be a special player. She showed out tonight. 15 kills, hit 231. Taylor hit 333. Boston 222. But nobody else did really well. Rodriguez, negative 317, no kills, 3 errors on 8 swings. Coleman, negative 125, 2 kills, 3 errors on 8 swings. Farouk, 8 kills, 4 errors on 24 swings. As someone who came into the match leading the SWAC in hitting percentage, just hit 167 tonight, and it seems like it was not going the way of Florida A&M tonight on offenses. They go well below their hitting percentage coming into the match.
That was caused, a lot of that was caused by Bethune-Cookman serving tough. Just got him out of system.
The Wildcats end the game hitting 255, well below the, 720 something after the first set. But still well over their season average of 168. The Wildcats win this one, 25-11, 25-22, 23-25, and 25-18. We are just about to hear from Coach Brittany Williams here on the CatEye Network post-game show as the Wildcats defeat the Rattlers in 4 sets. Coach Williams now joins me. Coach, for the first time since 2019, congratulations.
Thank you.
You have defeated Florida A&M, and it was convincing. Talk about the start, right? 10-0, a ridiculous service run by Melissa Gonzalez, who was great from the service line all night. Did that really set the tone for the entire evening?
I mean, why do you think we moved her to first server? She has an amazing serve. We watch her do it to us in practice. And we've been working really hard on jumping out early. We've been used to having a slow start, and so today our focus was jump out early, push as many points as we can, especially with a strong server like her. At the end of the day, she broke her own serve. So, for us, that's how we wanted to start that match.
The other side of it is obviously serve-receive, and that's somewhere where the Wildcats have struggled over the past couple years. But tonight was excellent, and it has started by moving Amaya Jennings to primary serve-receive out of the outside hitter spot. What was the mindset behind that change?
So with her and Stephanie are super comfortable passing next to each other. And so the more we were able to keep the two of them next to each other, they can cover a lot of court. They're both great ball control players. Amaya was recruited as a libero to some top P4 schools. And so we know she has the ball control, but then today she just turned it on with her offense as well.
Well, and over the weekend, too, she had, 30 kills over the 2 games in Alabama, and, of course, 23 tonight. So it seemed that when you were going to her, it was working well. But I want to talk about A.J. Simmons, who maybe had an unheralded night, only 11 kills, but was there when you needed her at the end.
Yes, she's that go-to player when we needed her to be. She understands managing the balls that she does get. She's not going to be a high error kid. She got 31 swings and only had 2 errors. That's a big time. And then she really just sets the tone for us on the block. Even now, getting her to understand, even if we get a touch, even if we get a dig, that's still a great block by you. And so those are things that she feeds off of. And when she can be successful there, it crosses over into her offense as well.
How important was it finding a really strong libero in the portal, getting Stephanie Carvalho in from Albany to kind of be that rock in the back line? 32 digs tonight, 8 assists.
That was huge for us. She just knows volleyball. She sees the court well, and not only does she see it for herself, but she shares the knowledge with her teammates. And that's huge to know. She's telling her hitters, swing, I got your back, swing. If they block you, I'm still going to be there. And so that just gives our hitters a confidence. That gives the passers next to her a big confidence. Like, hey, if it's between us, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to take that ball. Defensively, she's hungry for every single ball. I've never had a kid who misses one ball and then turns and she's like, I'm sorry, coach. And I'm like, it was one ball. It's going to be okay.
When Florida A&M took that third set, you couldn't sweep them. What did you say to your team during the huddle before set number 4?
I asked why we made adjustments. Offensively, I feel like we made adjustments in that third set. We stopped taking the big rips on the ball and started tipping. And I told him, go to the well till the well is dry. If a team doesn't make you change what you're doing and you're successful, keep doing it.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk to you after a road trip this weekend in Baton Rouge and Lorman.
We got a 3 a.m. call time tomorrow. So thank you.
Once again, the Wildcats defeat Florida A&M by a score of 3-1, 25-11, 25-22, 23-25, and 25-18. That'll do it for us here on the CatEye Network and SWAC TV this afternoon and evening. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us here at Moore Gymnasium. For producer Lee, our entire student crew here at the CatEye Network, Cheryl Carlson alongside me in commentary. My name is Michael Turillo. We will see you on Saturday for BCU football at 3 p.m. against the Southern Jaguars. Have a good night, and hail Wildcats.